2014 season of the Royal Alliance. This is our how many years on the field now? 6 years on the field. We're past a half decade, which is good. And this year our show is, well, the wearing shirts that say Freaky Tiki. Because there's Tiki that's going to be involved. Probably a couple tikis, one tiki that becomes a bigger tiki. And we haven't really kind of finalized the final concept, but we know there's going to be surfers and surfboards and maybe a palm tree. And there might actually even be a moment where every single one of you in the audience at a field show can play one of these. Take a look at this. You know these? So maybe a little bit of interactive audience experience this year, something I've never seen done before. What I would consider a box 6. So in the field of marching band and drum corps, the judges utilize a judging system that rewards achievements, box 1 through 5, 5 being the highest. Box 6 is where you do something that's never been done before, and that's something that we do a lot here at Branham. We are a box 6 achieving band, and that's why we've been so successful over the years. Another reason why we've been so successful is we have an outstanding instructional staff, which I'd like to take a moment to introduce to you now. And instructional staff, I didn't write this down, so I'm shooting this off the cuff. If I forget anybody, please yell at me and yell the name. If I'm looking, just scoping the field, to the left, Mr. Mike McWilliams right here. He's one of our visual instructors. Aaron Realis, he's running sound for us today. He's my assistant and does the website. Also under that tent, I think Mr. Frank Wyatt is under there. He's the pit instructor. I think he's already sitting down, maybe. Let's see, who else is down there? Tom Whiskey is right next to me up in the box. Percussion instructor. And let's see, down here, another visual instructor, former flutist alumni, Miss Jessie Cardoso. Left is most recent graduate alumni, Mr. Manny De Leon. He is on our percussion staff and will be working with the cymbals, who will also be actors again this year. If you saw last year's show, the actors are going to have, the cymbal players are going to have multiple roles in the show. To Manny's left, or if you're looking at Manny, to the right of Manny is Mr. Chris Kiefer, former drum major of the Royal Alliance. Has been in all week this week, working visual instruction, doing a great job. And if you're looking to his right is Miss Carolyn Knight. Also former alumni, mellophonist extraordinaire, amazing musician, has also not only worked visual this week, but also ran mellophone sectionals. And on the bench over there in the kind of burgundy red shirt, and Mr. Connor Green, who's our main drumline guy this year, is working with Tom Whiskey together to get the battery really happening and get them really fired up in fall to go in and have a phenomenal winter season, I am sure. And sitting next to Mr. Green, to Connor Green, is everybody's favorite, Mr. Pete Romo. He is the drumline Zen master. I cannot imagine running this band without Pete being here. The other night we had skits and his name came up a couple times, and he is very much loved by the drum line, and I'm hoping very much during the season that Pete will get more involved with all the sections of the band so he can exude his phenomenal personality and everyone gets to experience knowing him, because he's a great guy. Let's see, other people I'm looking at up here in the box. Wait, all the way to the right, Ron was like blending in over there with the kids. He doesn't look like he's one of us. Over to the far right is Mr. Ron Abadam, also helping with visual instruction. Many of us have known each other many years. If it's not an alumni on staff, or San Jose State graduates, or Santa Clara Vanguard alumni, we're kind of all linked together on the instructional staff almost, it seems like, many of us. Up in the box, up here, is color guard instructional staff, caption head Mr. Mark Broder. On the other side of the box from me, over there. And then next to him is Samantha Radzikowski, instructing guard this year. Both both of those individuals over there are also Royal Alliance alumni. So this year we have a lot of alumni on staff, which is great. We had Rachel Folo coming in, who was the drum major a couple years back. She's actually in the Army. She has worked on the band for body strengthening exercises and really working on sportsmanship and workouts to get the kids ready, physically ready to be able to do their job on the field. Our drill rider again this year is Mr. Todd Ryan. We were really lucky to have him a few days this week. Mr. Todd Ryan is the visual instructor for the National Championship or Blue Devils. They won DCI championships this year, breaking a bunch of records. And we are extremely, extremely grateful that he is on staff and willing to write for us. Todd Ryan and myself will both be together in second period every day working with your students. So it is not just me single-handedly working with 98 students. It is Mr. Ryan and myself, and Mike McWilliams will be in frequently during second period, as well as Jesse Cardoso. So there's really a very full instructional panel that we have during second period during curricular hours, which is really extremely important. Okay, instructors, who did I leave out? Did I get one? I didn't do that. That's a miracle if I did that. Another reason why the band has been so successful, and especially this year with band camp, this has been the smoothest band camp ever. It's been the best band camp that we've had in all years of the Royal Alliance. A good chunk of that was obviously the enthusiasm of the students and the enthusiasm exuberating from the staff and students, but also getting into the week, a big portion of that had to do with the coordination of the boosters, and specifically Mr. Bob Aaron, who did all of the to contact people, and there were a lot of band students and other parents also that reached out to make sure we had everybody on track for getting them here to band camp. Bob, do you want to say a few words?
Aloha! Yes.
Aloha!
We're going to have to learn this year. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome, freshman parents. Raise your hand. All right. Welcome.
Woo! Welcome!
First of all, big thank you for the food crew all week long, cooking food, getting the barbecue today. The chaperones all week, thank you so much. Everybody that's already started doing work, it's the beginning of the crazy season for you freshmen. You're going to find out. I would like to introduce, so I'm the president, I would like to introduce the other members of the board so you know the face when you get emails from us and you know who's actually contacting you. To my right is Andrea Siplikis. She's one of our co-treasurers. She does lots of stuff. She generally takes checks and deposits them and calls people and does things. To my left is our other co-treasurer, Steve Pyle. I should actually mention, so I have a junior this year playing clarinet. Andrea has a junior and a freshman in band this year. Steve has a junior playing saxophone. Next to Steve is Kim Corolla. He's our booster secretary. Her daughter is junior as well in guard. And farthest over is our vice president, Dan Wilbanks. Dad of the drum major and of the tiki. He has two. So again, welcome, thank you. We'll be around after if you have questions. I know there's, especially for the new parents, there's so much stuff to understand about pledges and Saturday rehearsals and just the season in general. So please come up and see us after. We'll be hanging out in the band room. Send us emails anytime. We'll try and respond as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Want to walk through? Anybody want to t-shirt? Sure. Yeah.
There will be, so be on the lookout for an order form for show shirts and also Branham Royal Alliance spirit wear. So we'll put that together and we'll be sending it home with the kids as well with, it'll be on the website.
Second Thursdays of
band and guard, same thing. So if your kid's a guard kid, same as band. So all of our meetings and stuff are for everybody to participate. Steve's the one that will send you out your notices every month.
So I send out the statements. They go out about once a month. If you didn't get them, they went out last week. Let me know, because that means they don't have your email address.
I want to introduce Joy Braun. She's going to be around afterwards. She does Script, easiest fundraiser in the world. And I want to encourage everybody to go, if you shop on Amazon, to go on our website and click through that link. Because every time you click through that link and buy from Amazon, we get money back from that. And I think without advertising it, we
made like $300 in July just for people clicking on the button before they did their normal visits. So if everybody does that, especially at Christmas time.
Yeah. And all that money goes into our general fund, which just helps strengthen our band. For guard and band, everybody. Joy will be around towards the band room when this is over to get script information from.
So once again, welcome everybody. Everybody learn this one.
Okay, another really quick shout out. This year, because we were doing a Hawaiian themed show, we added a new instrument to the pit, which is being played by Anna Lewandowski. It is actually a steel guitar. It is a legitimate steel guitar. And so we have now Dr. Steele, who has come on to the parental helping committee for the musicians, and that's Mr. John Thompson. So thank you to John Thompson for helping set us up with that. Anna, you make a little sound with that? You learned Aloha, right?
Not completely.
Play something, anything.
Let's just play it live.
Neat. For as many marching band shows as I've judged, I've never seen one of those on the field, so that's cool. It's kind of cool. We're the ones that have it. So thank you again, John. We appreciate it. Drum majors this year, I'd like to introduce. Who is going to be this afternoon on the back podium will be Miss Deanna Vo. Where is she at? She's waving from center field. Jump up and down. And then on the front podium this afternoon will be Mr. Nate Wilbanks. All right, so if you have a freshman in the band, I would like to welcome you. It takes a while to get used to this activity, but it's one of the most enjoyable activities you'll be a part of in the 4 years of your child's time in high school. And I hope that many of you get on committees so you can be part of this team. The Royal Alliance was established not only as an alliance among the students, it is an alliance among the students and the parents and the instruction staff. And we are all Ohana, right, band? Yes, it's all about Ohana, and that is through and through, whether you're the first year and you're an alumni now, or if you're an alumni parent. As I see the Harnishes are here today. And Brian Ward, I saw Brian and Maria Ward. Always Ohana of the Royal Alliance. Blue blood through and through, right, band? Alright, so the first thing we're going to show you this afternoon is going to be, we're going to play some of the music. Nate, I'm going to let you do that at the very end.
Sure.
Alright? Okay, Nate already, we're so Ohana, we're reading each other's mind from many yards away from each other. Okay, Nate has something he's going to do at the very end of today that's very important, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and play the opener music. This is music composed. It is original music composed by Gary Gilroy. Gary and I have been friends for a number of years. He's very good friends with many people on the staff, Tom Risky, and I know he knows Pete and a bunch of other people. So Gary, again, has done our music for us. He did the Mayan year, he did the Birdcage year, and we're grateful he wrote this for us this year. Probably some of the most, eclectic music I've heard. It's really kind of morphing a Polynesian concept into a contemporary wind band sound. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Deanna to call the band to attention, get Nate on the front podium, and we're going to go ahead and play the opener for you first, and then we'll put it to drill secondly. I'd like to do now is I'd like to ask the band and the color guard, drum line, to go ahead and set for the top of the show. While they go to do that, I want to take a second really quick to introduce color guard captains. Juliana Whiskey, can you jump up and down? And Miss Sophia De Leon. And the color guard's role right now, most of what they're doing is sits behind the band, but they're going to be featured, and there'll be all kinds of different things that will happen as the show progresses, where the guard is brought forward, and they'll be doing all kinds of neat little things to surprise you. Every week there's going to be something different that we add. If you ever at any point in time want to drop by a Wednesday night rehearsal are open for parents to come and check out if you want to do that. Feel free to come on by the stadium, have a seat in the bleachers, and enjoy watching the progress happen. It really is very large strides that we make from week to week. We get a lot of that here. So this week it was kind of interesting because 2 weeks ago as we were getting all the sign-ups for camp, I was deliberating as to do we even really want to learn drill? Do we have enough people signed up? And then as things were moving through and getting closer to the start of band camp, Mr. Aaron said that, oh yeah, no, we're pretty good. We've got a lot of sign-ups and people are there, and it was just great to see people getting on top of getting their band camp registration taken care of, so we were able to learn the drill. The beginning of this week was a little challenging because we were not getting the drill up on the website quick enough for it to get printed, so we had some parents jump in to the rescue. Mr. Chow and also Mr. Wyatt came in and took care of getting some drill sheets printed for the kids. At home, we're going to be asking students to be checking every morning prior to them going to school for looking for new drill. It's going to be really critical. Majority of the drill will be on school loop. Todd Ryan will normally send drill to me anywhere between 4 and 6 a.m. That's when he's normally finishing chunks. So the moment I get out of bed in the morning, I look at my email, and anything that's new will get loaded onto School Loop, maybe the website, but definitely School Loop. And you will need to make sure that your child prints drill for themselves in the morning before school time. So for students, it's really critical that you get up about an extra 15 minutes early, and also replenish your ink jets frequently, or your ink cartridges frequently, and make sure you have paper on hand, because the drill does come in, especially in the first month of school, it's going to come in frequently, like all the time, every day. Wait a second, I thought we just printed this last night. It'll say it's a revised version, because as we do this, sometimes we find out things don't work. And so we may, Todd may write something, and then it requires a snare drummer to go 15 yards in 6 strides or 10 strides, and we're like, there's no way that's going to happen. So that the drill will end up getting thrown back, and then it comes back out again. Shifting one person in the drill means that it shifts everybody in a lot of cases. So even though maybe your child, there's nothing that changed for them, if it changes for one, it changes for all. So that brings up the point of attendance. It's really critical for kids to be at every rehearsal. All Saturdays are mandatory. If there's anything that conflicts, you want to talk to me about it now. But most things, unless it's something big like somebody getting married in the immediate family, we really can't lose kids on Saturdays because it impacts the entire team of 98. So if you take a look at the calendar's updated, and just if you have any questions at all, feel free to get a hold of me. Everybody has my phone number. I do text pretty much frequently. And so just please make sure that feel like there's an open line of communication so we know we're getting information to you. Speaking of information, not only do we have Google Groups, but we also have a text service. So make sure you get on the text message service. If you have a Facebook, we do Facebook groups, things like that. But School Loop is the main way you're going to hear from me personally. All right, let's see. Are we ready, band? All right, so this is going to be a full-out run. We're only planning on doing this one run today, okay? Because it's getting pretty warm out there, right? Yes. Okay. So this is the opening production of our 2014 Fall Field Show. Name of the field show still to be determined. Right now, we just call it Freaky Tiki. All right, so here it is. Freaky Tiki, movement 1.
Bring it!
also, before I let Nate talk to you about what he needs to talk to you about, I do want to take a moment to, and also the band students would like to also, with a round of applause, thank all the parents that chaperone this week and help serve, from the food crew and the food crew. And also a thank you to all of the parents, all of your parents, right? A special thank you to all your parents for supporting you here all week in band camp. So give your own parents a round of applause. Also, uniform crew worked all week trying to organize things, and they're going to be working like crazy in the next month. So give it up for the uniform crew. One of the other things too that I want a really loud round of applause from everybody, parents and students, is a big round of applause for Catherine Morgan and Sam Knight for getting the kids to where they are. The incoming freshmen over the past couple years have been like really like rock stars. So I really do attribute that to great instruction at the middle school level. So are either Mr. Knight or Miss Morgan here today? Okay. Well, you can all go on Facebook and say something nice. Great. And Nate, you're on. You want to explain this to the parents with your loud voice?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So during band camp this year, the leadership team decided that it would be fun to have some competition. So we randomly assorted the entire band into 6 groups named after the major Hawaiian islands. And throughout band camp we've had activities that include, what do we do? Oh, the egg sail, we played some games like tag and acting out movies and some really fun stuff. You guys enjoyed that, right? Yeah! So they've been competing for points, and they all get points for doing well in the activities and participating in our dress-up days. So I have the winners. Are we ready? Yeah! Drum roll? Do you want a drum roll? I don't. No drum roll. All right. Should I start from first or last? Last. All right. So.
Wait, we doing third, second, first?
Sure.
Let's just do 3, 2, 1.
Okay. In third place we have Hawaii.
Third place, Hawaii. Yay.
120 points. In second place we have Hawaii. With
Hawaii.
170 points. And in first place we have Molokai.
Yay, Molokai.
185 points. So, Molokai and Hawaii, we have cookies for you in the back room. Made by Rosa.
Wait, say it again, Nate, we didn't hear.
What was that?
Can you say it again? We didn't hear.
Yes, we have cookies for the first and second place teams made by Rosa Lee. They're
What else? What are you going to do for the first place group?
Molokai, you will have a dedicated water jug for every Saturday rehearsal.
And it'll be blinged out, right?
Yep, rhinestones and everything. It'll be great.
Nice. I've got some gems you can use for that. From last year's field show, actually. All right. Well, thank you very much, parents, for coming out this afternoon. If you have any questions, there are parents that can answer your questions. I highly encourage all of you to take and participate in our strip program. It is really the #1 thing to fund your child's costs during the time that they're in the program. The Amazon click button on our website is great. I use it as my homepage now. The band's page is my homepage on my computer. So anytime I want to shop on